Hello, YouTube. Back again. I want to talk about stuff that's going on out here this week. I mean, over the last week, it's been a tough week. I mean, not for me in particular. My battery on my car it went dead. But luckily, I do carry a charger. So I jump started it and went on ahead and cranked it right up. But other than that, it's been nice. I mean, we had a 70-degree day this month already, and it was 52 today. I mean, I don't know. This weather's just crazy. All around us, it seemed to be storms and rain and tornadoes. It's just, Mother Nature is just creating havoc all over the place, but not here. It's been nice up in the northern part of Ohio, so it ain't been bad. And I see where in China they have an outbreak of SARS. It's like a outbreak of SARS over in China. I mean, I told you about that stuff that got loose in that factory explosion over in Russia. And China and Russia is pretty much connected if you really want to know about that, about landmass. So yeah, so there's probably something that leaked out of that factory. And in Alaska they had a volcano eruption that was only like about 700 miles west of Anchorage. I got a niece that's graduating from college, high school, that's finally planning on going to Alaska to go to school up there. I don't know. But yeah, they had a volcano in Alaska, had ash going up 5 miles in the air. You know about the earthquakes in Puerto Rico. They had earthquakes in Mexico, Tokyo, and Taiwan. I mean, plus they had earthquakes over here in what's that, northern New York and Delaware. They have earthquakes everywhere now. I think it got something to do with the magnetic poles shifting. The magnetic pole shifting, not the Earth shifting around in a circle, but the poles are the ones that shifted. And it seems like Mother Nature is just really fighting itself basically with these earthquakes and stuff. And then everybody know about the misery and all the death that's going on in Australia. They had over 1 million different species of animal, 1 million different species, 1 million animals already that's died because of the fire. And a lot of others put on the endangered species list with that fire that's been burning. I mean, it's like California when they hit the wildfires. It lasts such a long time, and there it's been burning for months now. I mean, when they first mentioned it a couple of months ago, and it's still burning. It's an extinction type event for some of the animals. And then Houston, they had that ice storm that hit down there, and they had the tornadoes in Alabama, and in high winds in Louisiana, and they had a tornado come through there too. Because I know in Alabama they had 139,000 people without power. I mean, but that's why we prep. See, this is the main reason I always tell people, we don't worry about nuclear bombs going off and explosions and being invaded by foreign countries. The number one reason that you need to start the prep is for Mother Nature. She's relentless and she attacks every day. Every day, Mother Nature is doing something to us. I mean, may give us nice weather like we have here in Cleveland, or maybe give us tough weather like they had down south when them tornadoes and stuff rolled through. The flooding they had down in Arkansas and Tennessee and Mississippi and Missouri and Illinois and Indiana, all over down there they had flooding. So like I said, we've been pretty good here. So I just want to remind people that when we say shit hit the fan, it could be something as a tornado coming through your neighborhood, and that's a catastrophic event for a lot of people. Everything is not the apocalypse. I said that before, so you gotta be aware that when your grid go down and you got no power and you got no clean water, like they got in Puerto Rico, no water, no electric. That's like the apocalypse there. It's every man for themselves mostly, especially when you in the outer places away from the cities and there's no police and it's world without rule of law and everybody's for themselves. So you got to be watching that, because when the trucks stop running and the banks are not open, It's like I said, every man for himself, and you know that's how it is. And another thing I wanted to mention, speaking of talking about the banks, and I seen how, a matter of fact, off-grid desert farming with Paul and Adrian. I know some of you watched them, and they had mentioned this. Paul did on a live video chat, and I was watching it. He was mentioning that the United States Feds, the government, Federal Reserve, had pumped $4.4 trillion into the stock market to keep it going, you know, to keep it up high. They gave them $83 billion in a month. $83 billion. I can't imagine. I mean, it's going to be temporary liquidity. That's what they call it, to keep it going up through April. I mean, and what's going to happen after April? I mean, is this that collapse that we've been worrying about? I mean, if the federal government is pumping $4.4 trillion into the stock market, I mean, I don't have any stocks and bonds. I mean, if I invest anything, it'd be into gold and silver, you know, coins or something like that. But a lot of people got stuff in the stock market, and I would watch that. I would start investing into other things, you know, because it's gonna get bad. I mean, because right now with things going like Board and Milk Company, they went under. I mean, I don't know how many that's been this year, but I think that's the second one they went under. And it's a lot of companies that's going under. I mean, I don't understand what's going on with the economy, but I do know one thing. Things are getting bad. I mean, politically, with all the infighting between the two parties, politics, you know, and then with the storms that's coming is going to mess up everything, and the food shortage that we got that nobody seems to want to recognize. But I'm telling you one thing, I recognize it every time I go to the grocery store. I be checking those prices, compare them to what I was paying to what I'm paying now. But anyway, I didn't really want to say too much. I just want to get another video out for this week, and thank everybody for watching my video, and thank you, YouTube.